Index Braille printers have some special double function keys. There are two types, some that help you during embossing and the others that are useful during maintenance. Let us now understand some of the double function keys which are useful during embossing. The first one is FormFeed and value key. By pressing these keys with the FormFeed first and then immediately the value key, it announces the length of the paper, the width of the paper, the number of characters you can emboss per line and the number of lines per page. For example,
FormFeed. Paper length 12 inches, paper width 10 inches, value print line per page 28 and character per line 36.
The next key is the value key. Pressing this 2 times gives you the complete page layout of the document that you would be having once you give the command for printing.
Value. Paper width 42, outer margin thick, inner margin 0, give 36 characters per line. Paper length 30, top margin 1, bottom margin 1, give 28 lines per page.
However, these indications are useful particularly if you are using the Duxbury Braille translation software. In the case of WinBraille, the settings that are created on the PC override the settings on the Braille printer. Here I have an extra page out and I need to bring it back to the start position right from the top of the page. In such a situation, I can press the FormFeed key 2 times and it will bring back the page to start position. The next set of double function keys is help and reformatted. These keys are useful to unlock the settings. Now allow me to demonstrate. Now I shall show you how we can lock the settings first.
Change setup A, group page, left group way, group communication, group option, item volume, item setup, value open, value locked.
Here, if I press the setup key, it will save it and then it will get locked.
Saving setup A.
Now, if I try to open, it will not.
Setup locked, setup locked, setup locked.
Now, to unlock the same, I will first press help
Help.
and then reformat it.
Item setup, value open.
Now the settings have opened. Presently, the embossing was going on and I find that I have by mistake given the wrong page number or wrong pages for embossing and I need to cancel this embossing command. To do this, the first thing I do is press the offline, and to cancel this I need to press the FormFeed key here.
Basic ready.
And now the embossing command has got cancelled. The next double function key is to press the FormFeed and offline. This double function key helps in removing the paper from the Braille printer. In case the Braille paper doesn't have any dots, then it is fine. But just in case there are Braille dots on this sheet, it is preferable to press the FormFeed key and move the paper out of the printer and then tear it off. Let us now demonstrate. We can now remove the Braille paper from the printer. First, we need to lift the metal flap upwards, and then you need to release them from the tractor feed slots here. Note that the paper has come much below the paper sensor. Now, let us look at the double function keys which help us in maintaining the Braille printer. The first set of keys is the setup key and normal. These two keys help us to bring the settings of the Braille printer to factory default. In case you find that there is a malfunctioning of the Braille printer, or it is not working properly, or there is a problem in embossing, the first thing that you need to do is to press the setup key and the normal key like this.
Default setting loaded.
It has announced default settings loaded. The next set of keys is help and normal. These keys are used so that you can get a Braille copy of the settings that are made on the Braille printer. This also indicates that the Braille printer is functioning properly.
Help. Normal.
These are the settings which have been produced in Braille by the Braille printer, and they indicate that the Braille printer is functioning properly. Supposing you have given a command for a file to be brailled on the Braille printer and the dots are not coming in properly, so it could be then a problem either of a communication between the computer and the Braille printer, or some settings changes that need to be done on the computer itself, or maybe there could be a virus on the PC. If during embossing you find that in certain places the Braille dots are not coming properly, then it is possible that there may be a malfunctioning of some of the hammers. To check if the hammers are working properly or not, you can conduct the hammer test. To do this, however, you need to use a wider sheet of Braille paper, which I am installing now. Now that the wider paper has been loaded, I am going to press Help and Online for the hammer test.
Help. Online.
This is how the hammer test looks. It gives the impression of all the 13 hammers that are 6 positive and 7 negative with their numbers. One can check the impression and then identify if any one of them is faulty.